All right, so an interesting topic came out yesterday, and it was talking about how much money GTA 6 is going to make in its first 60 days of release. Now, this article came out by Josh Chapman. He's a managing partner at Convoy. Now, if you don't know what Convoy is, it's a venture capital and private equity principal firm. They do investments in platforms and technologies that revolve around the world of gaming. So that is the background of who made these claims. And I'm not shitting on Josh at all or anything like that. So I just want to talk about what he said. So Josh Chapman said here in a post on LinkedIn, GTA 6, we predict that GTA 6 will generate $7.6 billion in revenue in the first 60 days of its launch. This will be the greatest video game release of all time, shattering players, viewerships, and revenue records. For Take-Two Interactive's $2 billion investment into the game, we believe they will break even on that within 30 days of release. And so they give this graphics here where it talks about all of their projections and how much money they're going to make. And here they basically tell you how they'll reach that 7.6 billion figure, which is a ridiculous number. Now, for reference, and I'm not the smartest when it comes to this type of stuff, nor am I going to pretend that I am, but I'm just from like Google searches and trying to put things together. You guys will correct me if I'm wrong. It states here that the second biggest opening of all time for the first 3 days of a video game is Red Dead Redemption 2, which made over $725 million worldwide in sales in its first 3 days. Now at number 1 sits Grand Theft Auto 5, which earned $1 billion in sales during its first 3 days. That gives you an idea. If GTA 5 made $1 billion in its first 3 days, then fuck. All right, that's a big ass number. You would assume, just for the sake of assuming, that GTA 6 can probably do that as well. But my question is the earned, like earning $1 billion in sales, is that the same thing as generating 7.6 billion in revenue? Like, does the term revenue and earned, are those different in this scenario? I don't know, right? I don't know. But if they are, let's pretend that they are for this sake of argument here that I'm having with myself, I suppose. It just puts a lot of pressure on GTA, all right? It just puts a lot of pressure on GTA 6. And I'm not saying don't put pressure on them. We haven't been waiting for this game for a really long time, but many months ago, even maybe a year ago or two, I talked about how GTA 6 could suffer from us not hyping it, but creating this thing in our head because we've waited so long that it could damage it. We're putting a lot of pressure on it. When GTA 5 kind of came out, like if I'm thinking and remembering correctly, it came out and it was like, yeah, this is going to be great. We played it and it was great. It was awesome. GTA Online came out. That was like revolutionary for us at the time just because of how it came out and how it did its thing. But now we're waiting on GTA 6. And we've just really overhyped it. I think we have. And then when we look at the time that we're in with media, with Twitter, with YouTube, with content creation, with news articles, with just the technology around everything, we're always talking about it and everybody's making posts and the pressure just keeps on going. When someone makes a claim like this, hey, we predict that they're going to make $7.6 billion in revenue and they're going to break even in the first 30 days, within the first 30 days even. So actually even under 30 days, they're going to make those $2 billion. It's a crazy claim, right? Like obviously there's a lot of research that went into this claim and clearly these guys probably know what the fuck they're talking about. So breaking it down the way that they broke it down, going into the online subscriptions, going into, the sales per game, going into like everything that they're going into, maybe it is a good guess, a good inferred guess. But I start thinking also about how this is perceived from like the regular person. Like imagine if someone that's not even really that into, like they like playing video games here and there, and then they see a news article or a headline that says GTA expected to make $7.6 billion in its first 60 days, breaking all previous records. Like they're gonna be like, holy shit, this game is gonna be super cool. I can't believe it's gonna make $7.6 billion. And then the game comes out, and let's say that it doesn't hit those figures for some reason, and they're like really below those numbers. Is it considered a failure? Is it considered a flop? Are people going to be coming out? Did GTA flop? GTA is actually flopping. I can't believe it. Why? Because it didn't make the $7.6 billion in those first 2 months or so, or it made what people thought it was going to make. I'm not saying that GTA 6 can't or won't hit those numbers, but I think saying that out loud, it's like really wild because even more pressure I feel mounts on GTA 6. GTA 6 is an extremely rare game. It is going to be one of the best games ever probably, and I am beyond excited for the game now. Everything about it looks amazing. The story, the world, everything. 7.6 billion. I can't even wrap my head around that, to be quite honest. Now, if we look at some of the reactions to this news, other people, Roland Cox here, head of publishing at Force Multiplier Studios, replies to this. I think this is a tad aggressive. It took GTA 5 4 years to reach 85 million units sold. This happened with multiple console releases as well, meaning folks bought it multiple times. Agreed that there will be a rush in the first 30 days, but I expect it to plateau at some point. 85 million copies in the first year. Now that is something that is more credible. Somebody else here, Guy Ulmer from Helping Games Grow, says, that's a bold statement for the first 60 days. I don't see this happening. Console install base is around 100 million now, and is not likely to grow significantly in the coming year. Considering no PC launch, dual console ownership, churned deactivated consoles, and the 17 plus age rating, it's possible there aren't even 85 million console owners in the market that can play the game on day one. Even if GTA 6 triggers a mass console purchase hysteria, there is only so much hardware inventory before you hit supply constraints. And this is also assuming that online component is even ready at launch. GTA Online lagged a few weeks behind GTA 5 release. Red Dead Redemption Online lagged 6 months, so I wouldn't hold my breath. So honestly, we have some pushback in the comments from other people that maybe are also in this type of space and kind of know what they're talking about. I am not having really any type of pushback to this. I just think that a claim like this sounds so damn crazy. I think it mounts the pressure on GTA. And again, I don't know. I just don't want us to raise our hopes up so big, right? So big that we can never reach them. That GTA 6 will not be everything we wanted it to be, everything we hoped it to be, everything that we thought it could be, because we're hyping it up so much and these numbers are getting out crazy that maybe the game releases and it's just a very, very, very good game. Like, it's a very good game with a great open world, and maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. I want to mention something here that isn't super relevant to this, but as I've grown older, I have noticed that certain things that really I thought were mind-blowing, amazing, crazy when I was a kid or younger, they're not so much anymore. For example, maybe going to a really expensive restaurant when I was younger was like, wow, I can't believe we're doing this. This is awesome. This is crazy. Versus now, going to a really expensive restaurant is like, okay, cool, I'm having a fun time. This is good. The food tastes good. The service is nice, and it's nice. But then I come home again. I leave the restaurant. I come home, and it's the same old day whether I had gone to that restaurant or not. And I hope you're following, but like when I was a kid, playing GTA 5 was like, what the fuck? I can't believe we're playing this, playing GTA Online. This is awesome. The grind, everything just felt so wow. But then playing, I think, video games as I've gotten older, or playing games that are really cool, I play them and I'm like, this is fucking awesome. I'm really having a good time, but it's not like mind blowing like it used to be. At least, I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to say here that GTA 6, when it comes out, it might be a really great, fabulous open world that we can do so many good things and I can spend hours and hours and hours on it, but it might not have that same feeling that it did when I was a kid. And obviously that's to be understood because I'm older, I have responsibilities, a lot of things have happened in my life. Before I was just a kid, I didn't really think too much about anything besides school and playing video games. So sometimes I just have worries that when GTA 6 comes out, I just worry that a lot of people are going to maybe shit on it, or there's going to be a lot of down talking on the game because we hyped it up so much, or because it didn't do this that we wanted it to do, or it went in this certain direction and maybe it didn't meet the numbers that were predicted that it would meet. Maybe it doesn't make $7.6 billion in revenue in the first 60 days. Or, is it going to be a failure because it doesn't do that? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's just the pressure that GTA 6 has is so big, and it makes me question sometimes, like, should we be adding this much pressure to it? This post here, though, predicting that GTA 6 will make $7.6 billion. Whew, imagine if that really happens. I mean, it would shatter records. Maybe we'll revisit this in that time and see what happens. But that is all for me. I know I yapped a lot, but I don't know. This was just something that kind of came in my head and I really, really wanted to share with you guys. I wanted to share my thoughts on the 7.6 billion statement. I could have done this yesterday, but I don't know. I had to sit on it, kind of marinate on it, think about it a little bit more. And that's what I'm thinking. What do you think? Do you think that GTA could realistically make $7.6 billion in revenue in the first 60 days, in the first 2 months of its life cycle?